the air before. We can come to the conclusion that air can exist with no shape or form or within a shape or form.
God is the same, right? We don't see God, but we know that. But He does take a shape or form when He resides in our bodies. We can either relate to Him in His formal state or when He takes form within our bodies. Some people prefer to think of Him in His formal state, where others prefer to relate to Him in like a murti or in other people's bodies and stuff.
But isn't it easier to relate to God through a form of some kind rather than trying to imagine a formless God?
Yes, you're right. Being able to pray to a formless God is not always easy. To do this, you have to see Him in everything. When you see God in every person, like the air inside every balloon, you can relate to God without needing to think of the forms He takes.
I like the idea of connecting with God to physical discipline before we're ready for mental discipline.
I like that too, but there's so much to do. I have music lessons. I help my mum in the kitchen. I get a lot of homework, and I have swimming at weekends. I don't think I could take time out to worship God or do yoga. What should the really busy people do? Can I not relate to God when I'm busy doing things?
God likes people who work hard. If you work hard enough and you do your duties, God will choose people who work hard enough, and you'll have to do special tasks on making the world a better place. Consider yourself to be His agent. Do what tasks that He gives, and if you work hard enough, then God will choose you to be His agent.
That's true. It does feel good when you help others as well. I was walking with my dad one day and we passed a busker playing his guitar. My dad gave me some money to put in the man's box. It made me feel really good inside. The man also smiled at me and said, "God bless you." Could it be that God chose me to help that man? Maybe God wants me to study hard so that I can be ready for the work He wants me to do later. I'll be ready when He gives me something to do for Him.
Just one last thing. Sometimes I study hard because I want people to praise me, not because I think it's something God wants me to do. I get really stressed during exam times thinking, oh, what if I don't get a good result? I just can't help thinking about the results.
Yeah, the geeta has an answer for this. Tell me, do you control results?
What do you mean?
If you said to the teacher, "I want an A," would that give you an A?
No.
So, do you control results?
I suppose not.
What do you have control over?
I suppose I have control over how hard I study for the exam.
Well then, would it be better if you gave it 70% of your ability or 100%?
100%, obviously.
Well then, don't waste 30% of your time worrying about results so you can give 100% and do as best as you can. This is the simplest way to peace of mind and getting closer to God.
You know what? I was worrying about the next exam, but now I'm just going to focus on my studies. God will take care of the results. I think I found myself a partner. Anyone fancy a trip to the library?
Let's go.